Okay, now do one. I mean, I have to create a class. Yeah, that is what I was in a confusion of how many people are there and whom to send invitation to join the class and so and so. Why are people trying to log in from outside MJCD? I don't know. Anyway, I'll deny the entry. So yeah, I was there in the. I was confused whom to send invitation to join the class and all. So that is why I have still not created because few more people are opting for this elective. So what I'll do is just you people before we start the class, all those who are present, obviously they will be. You have opted obviously for the class. So what you do is kindly type in your roll number in the chat so that I can, recording has started. So I'll have the chat in the email. So all of you kindly please type in your complete roll number so that I will today itself create the classroom with these roll numbers. And when later the others want to join, then I'll send invitation to them. So before we start the class, let us do this process. Everyone who are there, right now in the meeting, please type in your roll number so that I can create today the class today itself. And there is no need to say, CSE A or CSE B and so and so. Type in your full roll number. That's all. That's all. Now, in the last session, we have seen we were still in HTML that the anchor tag or the hyperlink tags. So anyway, we even in the last class we were still in the hyperlinks. So what we will do is, now there is one more thing left out in the hyperlink tags. That is, let me share my entire screen. So there is one more thing left out in the hyperlink tags. That is, we have seen the hyperlink to the images, hyperlink to the text, as well as hyperlinks for PDFs and other things. And there is one more thing left out that is part of the hyperlink for images, but what we call it as hyperlinks for section in the image, for a particular section in the image. For example, you can see this first image of a sunrise or sunset, whatever we call. After this sample, this is sample. This first image. Now, you can find that this image we have created as a link. So if I click it, it goes to some page. Now this link, anywhere on the web page, if I click it, it goes to the same link. That is the contact us page. Now we can create the hyperlinks for the section of the web page. For example, we can have this first quarter. When we click this first quarter, it can point to some other web page. The second quarter, it can point to some other web page. Now, this is very useful or very helpful when we have maps, or when we want to demographically show certain information on a map or certain section. Then this this kind of thing of linking a section of an image to different links would be very much helpful. Now, this part actually we will cover up in 2 hours class, because this needs a lot of time to cover that thing. So I will not be actually skipping this part, but we will cover this part up in the next lecture. I mean, on Wednesday, we have a 2 hours lecture. In that lecture, we will try to cover this up, because it needs a time, and we already have, I mean, right now it is 12:20. So that is, I mean, we got delayed in joining the class, so and so. So anyway, we will cover this up in the next session. Now we will move on to another thing known as, let us say, the hyper. I'll just open my index page itself. Let us say is our, what do we call as list, several lists in HTML. Now there are 3 kinds of lists, or 3 types of lists, what we call. One is the ordered list, the other one is the unordered list, and the third one is a definition list. So let us try to look at each of these lists in detail. The theoretical part of these lists is ordered list, is where it is actually used to display each item preceded by a number or an alphabet. Remember, it's not only number, it's alphabet also. Then unordered list means each item is displayed without any, not in an order, will not have a number or an alphabet, but by default it will have bullets. Then the third part is the definition list. That is it's just like we have a term and then the definition of that term. So let us try to look at these things. Now what I'll do is I'll just remove some part of the text from this web page. Okay, I'll just save this and then let me refresh. Okay, I'll just try to zoom this content. Okay, now I'll just remove this, what do we call, the H header tags also. Now, let us first talk about the unordered list. Now, let us have some text. Let us say have the subject as data mining. Let us assume we have these subjects. Data mining is there. Then we have what we call computer networks. Then let's say web program. Why are people trying to join from outside? I don't understand. Anyway, web programming. Then let's say data analytics. Okay. Now, suppose if we have to have this in some kind of a list, which is displayed to the user, what we need to do is we will use UL tag for unordered list. Remember that. U is for unordered and L is for the list. So we will enclose these things in UL tag. So we will open and close the UL tag. Now, these things, that is data mining, computer networks, web programming, or data analytics. These are the items of the list, unordered list. So we will now use the item. So this is one item, this is another item. So these items have to define in LI. LI means list item. In LI tag. So each one will be in its LI tag. Sorry, I have to close. So I'll just put everything, all these four items of the list in LI tag. And now, so each item should be in an LI tag. So you need to have first, you need to define what that list is. Whether now, right now it is unordered list, so we will use UL. And then each item of the list should be in LI tag. This LI will be same for your ordered list as well. So let me save this program and we will look at the result. So here you can find that each that is subject, for example, here we say data mining, then computer networks, web programming, data analytics, and these are considered as each items now. Now, since it is an ordered list, we by default we are having dot. Now, it's not only hard and fast rule that it is, you can only have dot. You can also have images in the sense that, a square block, or you can also have a pointers like a hand pointer, so and so things for this one. But that you need to do it when, we can do these things by manipulating the li tag and then UL tag also in CSS. So by default here, unordered list will just have a bullet. Now let us come to the ordered part. So suppose if we want these elements, these items to be as an ordered list, we need to use a tag as OL for ordered. O is for ordered. U is for unordered. O is for ordered. So we will use OL. Obviously, all these are items, so LI will not change. They will be within LI tag. So let us save this and once more execute this. You can find that we are having numbers. The items of the list are now represented using numbers. Now, even here, these numbers can be of different type. As I said, bullet. The bullets of the unordered list. We can have it different images also there. But for that, we need to use CSS and manipulate the LI and the UL tag. But here, we can easily, since this is ordered list, we can easily change it to characters also, for as alphabets also. For example, A, B, C, D. That way also we will be able to change these things. Now, we will look at how to change. We will look at how to change these things. Just a second. Okay. Now, instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, actually, ordered list by default will use numbers. So, it's by default, it starts from 1. Now, we can change it to uppercase alphabets also, lowercase alphabets also, as well as we can change it to Roman numbers also. We can change it to Roman numbers also. Now, for example, let us look at an attribute as type. Now, this type attribute, if we have as a small a, it will display all the characters in small a, starting in alphabet. So what we will do is, in this ordered list, obviously for unordered, we cannot change it directly this way. We will have some attribute. We will have an attribute as that. type, and we will say this type with capital A. That means we are telling this to start with characters. Now everything will be in capital A. So list can be changed by default. By numbers are by default, which starts from 1, that is the default. So we will start it with it's capital A. Suppose, I mean capital alphabets. Suppose if we change this to small a, type to small a, we will have the listing with small alphabets in small cases. In the same way, we can also have in Roman numbers. For example, if we use I instead of A, Roman numbers I, if I use I, the type as I, then you can see that it is in Roman numbers. That is, I mean, 1, 2, and so and so. It's in the items are the list is in Roman numbers. So this is the type attribute which we can use to change the numbering of the ordered list. By default, it is numbers starting from 1. We can change it to capital alphabets in uppercase, alphabets in lowercase, as well as the Roman numbers. Now, even in Roman numbers, this is a small case of, this is in lowercase Roman numbers. So, if I use capital I, the output, I mean, instead of small case or lowercase, it becomes in capital case. So, lower I is used for Roman numbers and small lowercase, and capital I is used for the numbering of in Roman numbers in uppercase. So these are the 4 types, not 4, 5 actually. That is, one is the numbers, the other one is alphabets in small and uppercase. Then the 4th and 5th one is the Roman numbers in small and lower and uppercase. Not only that, I'll just remove this type right now. Just make this as, let me save it, come back to the, the numbering here. Not only that, let us take another example. For I want this numbering to start from some other number, not from by default it's 1. So, and by default, then if you have the type as character alphabets, then by default it's A. But I want to change it, not start from 1. I want to start from, let's say 7. So what I can do is, there is an attribute here in the ordered list tag. There is an attribute start. And suppose if I provide this attribute as, let's say we set 7. Let me save this and execute this. You can see that the numbering default, it's not starting from 1. It's starting from 7 and continue with the respective other list items. So we can use start as the attribute and then start the numbering of the items of the list from a particular number. Now this is what we have seen for numbers. Now let us say that we are starting from 3. So this is what will be the output. You all know what happens when we start from 3. Now, but suppose, apart from starting from 3, if I have the type as, let's say, A, that is alphabet. Let us look at what happens now. So it's not that I can start on the numbering only when the list items are in numbers. I can also use, in combination with the type attribute, I can also have the start attribute. So here we are having two attributes now. So we are saying the list is of the type, the numbering is of the type characters, and that too in small case. But starting from 3, so let us save this and we will look at what happens. You can observe that we have started this list from now C. So the start doesn't only work on numbering, the list items which are numbered, but it also works on alphabets, as well as it also works on Roman numbers. Now, what is happening when we provide 3? We don't provide C or D or F or Z. We are providing 3. 3, obviously the start variable, the start attribute, the value assigned to the start attributes is a numeric value itself. When we are assigning it as 3, then in the alphabet, from the third alphabet, it is starting the numbering. So its third alphabet is C. So from the third alphabet starts numbering. So this is how we can use the start attribute even with the other type of the ordered list. Now, what happens if I start from I, that a Roman number? Starts from the third Roman number and then continues with the other. So we can use this type as well as start together. Now remember, start and type is not there for unordered list because there is no numbering there. There is no ordering there in unordered list. So there is no type over there. But we can start the numbering and we can have the different types of numberings in ordered list. Now, we have seen these types of list. Now let us look at the definition list. Okay, first, before moving on to the definition list, why is this? Why do we have the start attribute? What is the purpose of the start attribute? Can anybody reply? What is the purpose of starting the list from a new entry? Can just anybody say? Obviously, to start that list on that number, let us look at an example. Now, what I want to have is just let me give the title here. Let us say H3. Let me say subject, and then let me close this. I'll not use the start attribute here. Subject, let's say professional elective P. So these will be subjects for P, and let us say that we have another ordered list. I'll just copy and paste this. I have another order, so I'll just have some more items here. Let's say ABC. Let me say this as ABC. Restart. Let's say ABC, then XYZ analytics. Let's say. Now here I want to have another thing. Let's say these subjects are open electives. Let us say that these are open electives. For some text, I'm using this for some content. Let me look at this. Now, what is happening here is, if you see, I have these set of these subjects for as professional electives, and then again I had started a new list. Now, in this list, since what I want to do is I want to continue the numbering of the subjects where I left from the previous. That is third I have left it here. So I want to start with fourth, fifth, and sixth. So, but if I use OL tag here, that is ordered list tag, because I want to start a new list, ordered list tag, since I have this subject as OE as a header part, so I want to start with a new. Otherwise, I would have continued with the same list, and this would have been with the number at 4, 5, and 6. But I want to start, since I have a text over here that needs to be split, and I started with a new one. But I want to preserve the numbering. So by default, what happens is whenever the OL tag starts, the list items will be by default numbered from 1. So now I can have it here as, say, what was that start? Start equal to, let us start from 4. So I can have this. Now you can find that these are the subject, and then now 3 subject, that's 1, 2, 3. And then this list is starting from 4, 5, 6. When we need to maintain the continuity of the numbering of the items of the list, there the start attribute will be useful. So this is what was the purpose of demonstrating the type attribute as well as the start attribute. Now let us look at the third type of a list, definition list. Okay, here it's I'll just remove this part. So now here itself I will create a definition list. Definition list, we will not have li for definition list. List item will not be there because definition list, ordered and unordered list had only one item, but definition list has 2 items for the same, has 2 parts of one item. Like for example, we heard that definition list is used for defining a term, and it's like a full form of that term to define a term. So here we will have a different what do we call so here what we will look at is the definition list, that is DL. Definition DL stands for definition list. So I'll just open and close this DL tag. Within definition list tag, we need to have 2 things. The term of the definition. So it will be DT tag. I'll just close this DT tag as well. And we will have the DD tag, that is the description of the term. Let me close this DD tag. Description. So we will have 2 things, DT and DD. Now, let us, here I'm just for sake of it, let us say WPS. That is the term here. That is the term here. And for this term, we will have the definition as the web programming and services. Then we will have another term, let's say CN or computer networks. Computer networks, let's say some other thing as DBMS, or I suppose database description will be database management system or something. Okay, management system. Oh, sorry. Now, so for definition list, we will have DL tag for definition list, that is D for definition, L for list, definition list. Same as OL and UL, ordered list, unordered list. Then we don't have LI tag here, but we will have 2 different tags, 1 tag for each list item. 1 tag is the definition term. The other tag is for definition description. So DT is for definition term. and DD is for definition description. Let us save this part and let us refresh it. Now here you can find that this is the term. There will not be any numbering, remember. There will not be any numbering. So this is the term, and then this is the description of that term. Same way, this is another term, the description of that term. This is the third term, the description of that term. So this is how definition list will be created. Now we can make it more, uh, more stylish. Let us use bold tag for the definition. That is over here. I'm just the term. I'm using B bold tag. Over here also, I'll just use bold tag for this definition. But remember, when you open a tag, close it, because HTML will not give you any error for all those things, but you may not have the data displayed as you want it. So just let us save. So now here you can find that this is the terms have become in bold. Let us make the description as italics, the full form what we say. So let us open this I tag, and at the end let us close this I tag. Over here also, let me just open the I tag and close the I tag. As well as here also we will open the I tag and close the I tag. Let us save this and refresh. Then you can find that though we are manipulating all these things. So I mean the text we are changing the style of the text, the list itself, definition list itself. So here you have this as bold, this as italics. So this is not only that in definition list itself we can change it, but even in li tags also we can change it. For example, here also I can have bold as well as italics. So this is how definition list can be used. Just as an example, I'm just so here you can find this list item is bold and italics as well. So we can use tags in conjunction with the list. So these were the three lists we have seen today. That is the definition, the unordered list, ordered list, as well as the definition list. Any questions so far? Any questions so far? Okay, there is a question from my side. Now, can we have nested list? Can we have nested lists? Like ordered list inside unordered list, or unordered list inside ordered list? Yes, we can have it. So how do we have that? Just let us take an example here. I mean, a simple example I'll describe. Now here I had the subject as a PE professional electives. So I'll just use the same this thing. Here, I mean, just let me remove this extra part. Even here, I'll just remove this formatting or styling tags. Just now here, let us have some something, some subjects. Now, let me just save this. Let us look at the output. So here we had two things. This is H1 tag. Now what I'll do is, I mean, let me make this as open elective. Let's say open elective. Now what I want to do here is I want to make this one and this one as ordered list, and rest of these items as unordered. Okay, let us do it in the reverse order. This one as unordered list, and these two lists as ordered list. So what I will do is, instead of using the H3 tag over here, header tag, I'll make this as UL tag. I'll not close this UL over here. I'll make this as UL. Now, this I'll remove this subject. I'll remove this subject also. Now I'll just have it this way. So this is UL. This unordered list will close at the end. Will close at the very end. Now, this will be one of the list item. That is, subject PE will be one of the list item. Now, where should this list item be closed? Now, this subject PE is a list item which will have these nested list, that is the ordered list for it. So I will make this as I'm just using tabs so that it will be easy for you to understand. So this is the subject PE, professional elective, and these are the subject for professional electives which are nested tags. Now I will close the LI tab, list item tab. So this whole thing becomes the first list item of unordered list, that is UL. That is unordered list. So this is the first item for unordered list, UL. And this item has its text. Along with the text, it has its nested ordered list. The same way, even here I'll do the same thing. That is subjects OE, and I'll just tab this thing so that we will have no confusion in remembering that it's a nested list. So I'm closing it. So now here, this was the first item of our UL unordered list, which contained the ordered list with the text. And this is the second item of the unordered list, of the same unordered list, which also has some text as well as a nested ordered list. And then finally, obviously, LI over here, when we opened it, we have to close it here because this entire thing has to be a part of the list item itself. The ordered list is part of the list item itself. These LIs are for this ordered list. So these are different LIs. This LI is different. This LI is for unordered list. And then finally, we are closing the unordered list. So let us save this program and then see. So here you can find that we have this as the item. This is the complete item for one item for unordered list. Then this is the second item for unordered list. In the first item, we have a nested list. Even here we have a nested list. Not only we can nest the ordered list with unordered or unordered list with ordered list, we can also nest definition list also. And we can have a hierarchy, complete hierarchy of nesting. So this was what do you call, remember we can have nested lists. So, I mean, because this was one of the questions that has been asked in several exams over the years, that first thing is what are different types of lists, as well as the question about can we have nested list and demonstrate using an example. So this is how you demonstrate. Though, I mean, I have typed in some garbage over here, but you people please type some meaningful names over. So this is all about the list. Then we have the other thing left out in our part of the first unit, that is the table tags, as well as CSS. I mean, not the complete, we will not see the complete CSS, but we will obviously look at the CSS part. And then the last, the most important thing is the form and tags and the input control. So anyway, and part of the hyperlink that is left out. So anyway, that we will take up in the I mean, in the coming classes, we'll complete. So, any questions so far regarding this? Any questions so far regarding this? Regarding the today's topic? If you have any questions, there's no problem. You can ask. It doesn't matter. I mean, we are not going to have marks or anything for this. Any doubts or any questions, you can ask. I mean, you can type in the chat box and ask, or you can unmute your mic and ask. It doesn't matter. Any questions? So what I'll do is, for all the people who have typed in their roll numbers here in the today's chat, I create a classroom with all these members. I mean, and you hopefully by evening or today, tomorrow, by tomorrow afternoon, you will receive the invite in your mailboxes. So you will be able to access them, and I'll upload all the I'll upload all the I'll upload all the link. I'll upload all the link to the I'll upload the link in the classroom. So if there are no questions, then can we end this class? Can we wind up this class? Okay, then. Thank you very much. Hopefully, you will receive the link in the invite for the Google Classroom in the next by today evening or tomorrow afternoon. Thank you very much.